Okay, here we go. This is Kingfish versus Ninja Warriors on Nomad. My Nomad 2v2 Cup. The players, according to the rules, have to go random civ, which is resulting some interesting matchups. Sometimes favorable for others, of course, but alright, so Kingfish here with Ethiopians and Mongols. Mongols, obviously fantastic for Nomad because they collect hunts faster, so as long as you find a starting spot like fish crates here, you have hunt, you have a rhino, you have stuff to pick up here for your faster hunt in either direction. That's good. Why aren't you moving this dude? There we go. Okay. So a good start for Mongols there. And then we have Fish Cakes quite close positioning together with his teammate here with the Ethiopians. Gold within close range and also the woodlands here. So it's set up nicely for archers, which will probably be the most likely play here. They're flaring their dock spots as well. And they're kind of covering each other's sides here. So probably going to be fish crates fighting for water here since he's the Mongols and can go up presumably more quickly here. As for Ninja Warriors, we have Luxman with the Bulgarians. Krepos come to mind with Bulgarians or Nomads, could be scary. Also Stirrups, Cavalry parading, like the Light Cav, Hussars, etc, etc. While Lord of Swords has random the Spanish and also has a strong unique unit to use in the Conquistador. Stone and gold quite close to the starting area here, and yeah, that's about it. I thought I'd switch it. Thank you. Now it should be better. Thanks for the feedback. Just getting started here, so you didn't miss much. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit because this is Nomad and it tends to be kinda slow in the start. So I'm just gonna fast forward until they hit the feudal age-ish. Fish crates, surprisingly, a little bit behind here. TC got up a bit later by the looks of it, but now Lord of Swords running with some idle TC time here as well. They are producing their fish, not an awful lot of them, but oh wait, Luxman didn't make a single fish yet. That's a bit of a setback here. Struggling for wood maybe with the placement here. Prioritizing hunt. Yeah. I guess that's all right. Whatever you can do to get food into the bank, of course. And typical for Nomad, of course, is placing your town center on a wood line because you want to be able to sustain fish production for your dock consistently throughout the early game at the very least. We see Lord of Swords being the first one going up here. Possibly a slight advantage of being the Spanish here, because Spanish, they build the town center faster, you can get to villager production more quickly as well. And they build the dock faster as well, of course, to free up the time earlier for that villager to start fishing as well. Ooh, Fish Cakes is on a laming spree here. Let's slow it down a bit. That's presumably Fish Cakes docking villager, but he's trying to lame the gold here, but he's not gonna be able to completely wall it, but that's going to be slightly inefficient, of course. Alright, we have players in the feudal age here. Everyone in the feudal age soon, at least, with Luxman on the way up here. Going for the barracks now, maybe to just chase this annoying villager down. Their docks are quite close to each other. Let's see if Luxman knows this. Yeah, they probably got that sorted. Luxman actually doesn't know that Fish Cakes is right around here. But then again, Luxman isn't in the feudal age and probably won't be focusing too much on water. You can afford that being the Indians because... oh, it's Bulgarians, never mind. Never mind. Yeah, a little bit too little fish investment here, but then again, in the cast age, Bulgarians have cheaper town centers, so they have an easier multiple TC boom. And we had the flare here. Yeah, he's flared the fish, most likely, for Lord of Swords to contest. But where is Lord of Swords' dock? It's over here. The fire galley was very close to fish crates here, but is moving to take out Luxman's fish instead. But that's what Fish Cakes can handle. There's only 3 fish here. Don't overextend. Lord of Swords dropping a dock here with 3 villagers as well. Yeah, should definitely be moving to the, let's say, the north side here. Or west, rather. Only one fire galley out for fish crates. Who honestly doesn't know too much about what's going on water here, so risk losing that for sure. There's some idle TC to be talking about here as well, especially for fish crates. So must have been struggling for food here at some point, not to keep that TC idle for so long, even with the Mongols hunt bonus. So we'll probably be seeing Mangudai and maybe Ethiopians siege or archery ranged line units then, which is their strengths. Over here is the one naval fighting going on, and fish cakes should be getting the better end of it here. There's two fire galleys here against one of Lord of Swords and one here, but here comes another one. So two docks in the middle of the two enemy ones here. Good engagement for fish cakes, I have to say. Just a moment, I need to take care of something here. Alright, sorry about the interruption there. I had to take care of some bug crawling around. So, fish cakes with two ships alive here doesn't really have a villager close to repair those, so that's a bit of a punishment for walling and trying to lame the whole gold here. You're losing, not able to replenish the HP on the fire galleys easily here. And now Lord of Swords is engaging against fish crates here. Fish crates with two galleys, more naval units for Kingfish overall, and they're both going to the Castle Age, as is Lord of Swords with the Spanish as well. I saw some red, that's only sheep, okay. So, very heavy on gold for Lord of Swords here, so this could actually not be the Conquistadors, but could be a Knight-style play instead, or it's just for the naval investment, I'm not sure. I'm surprised they didn't go to stone yet. I don't think he's been collecting stone. Not playing into the strengths of the Spanish in that sense, with the faster working castles. Eco KD not too much here, 1-1, 1-2. And they're trading ships most likely, so they're both defending their fish decently here. That's a flare from blue on this area. The sheep. Gonna gather some intel here. Castle Age for fish cakes, who will be doing what? Dropping more TCs maybe? And dropping a barracks. Could just be good old archers for Ethiopians then, and fish crates on stone here. Gonna go for the Magodai and also going into boom mode most likely. With the positioning here, nice positioning to go north here and establish a very good boom with the Mongols. Second TC for fish cakes as well on berries and wood here, nice. And there's the range. Ninja Warriors, they really want to hold water here. I feel like they're overcommitting. Classic Nomad thing. Of course, there's lots of fish to be eaten. You want to control the water, but you also need to transition to land at some point. But of course, with this kind of investment, Ninja Warriors should be winning the water now. Ooh, but you need to continue and engage. There's lots of fish here to... Well, there's some fish here to... Yeah, there's like 10 fish to kill. That's significant, obviously. Blue flare in the north here. I just keep scouting with those sheep and pulling them away. And the mighty Mongols Knights art. Makes sense, actually. Mongols don't need to go get Mangudai straight away. They have fully upgraded Knights and Camels in the Castle Age. So they're playing economy here, and they're taking map control with army mobility here. As you can see, the green and yellow players are kind of forced up in the corner here. So if you have the army investment on land, you're denying expansion easily of your opponents. Looks like a Knights crossbow team gameplay here from Kingfish. At least eventually gonna get to that. Yeah, here come the crossbows and some pikes. So finally the Spanish is on stone, but also dropping a staple here. But that could just be for the upgrades for the Conquistadors as well. Conquistadors could easily hit and run against the Knights, and to some extent against the crossbows as well, actually. So good harassment here now, though. They know that Luxman is taking gold here. Oh, she makes it at 1 HP. But Luxman is of this gold mine, and this one is just not as efficient as you would want it to be. Yeah, see the investment here. They're not really being used. There's still fish over here that Lord of Swords needs to scout. Just to send these armies and patrol them over here or something and make use of them. Luxman as well. They're really making an effort to hold water, but they're also not winning it. Luxman now expanding to a gold source over here instead, but I think that's one that fish cakes and fish crates might... Okay, they don't know. They don't know there's a gold in the woodland here, so that's a safe spot for Luxman for now. But with the mobility of knights and all that jazz on the field, that's gonna be discovered soon enough. We did see Mongols go to stone as well, right? So let's see, we have, yeah, some villagers killed here, 6 villagers killed by fish crates, 4 villagers killed by fish cakes, who has also lost villagers to, yeah, so somewhere. Raids, fish maybe, it's probably fishing ships. Let's see the stone counter. Yep, we're gonna see the first Mongols castle very soon. Needs the stone for it now. So, Lord of Swords with the Spanish Knights out now, 7 Knights to 6 out, numbering the Mongols with double stables production here. And of course, wait, doesn't he have bloodlines? Why no bloodlines? Spanish has bloodlines, right? No? No bloodlines, okay, they're going for the numbers here then. And Luxman with the Bulgarians going Knights as well, so they're going double Knights here for maximum mobility. And we see the Spanish TCs popping up here as well, 2 more, but here comes the Mongols castle. On the wood line here. Yeah, sees this TC as well. Probably regrets not building the castle right in the face of Luxman's gold TC here, but this is going to deny some resources as well, so I guess it's fine. The map control looks very much in Kingfish's favor right now. Thumbring for the Ethiopians for the 5 crossbows out there, and ITC completely idled for Luxman here. They're making some efforts on water, but they're hitting the wrong places. This fish eco has been running for forever. Should kill that a while ago. There would be probably fewer knights on the field for Kingfish, because there's not much of a farm eco to mention here. Alright, 23 villagers killed from fish crates. Establishing a lead, good lead for Kingfish now. They still have 10 fish or so for fish crates, so that adds to this number as well. But yeah, solid eco lead over Ninja Warriors and continuously neglecting the expansion. Siege doesn't seem like the ideal thing to go for now, considering that there is cavalry on the field, and we also have the Mongols player making Mangudai that snipe Siege to some extent. Scorpions, okay, so it's probably against the Mangudai then. Small numbers of Scorpions to hold off against the nasty cavalry archer style units. Is that a Tutankhamun or something? Took like forever to convert it. Scorpions handle the archers and pikes as well, so it's a good addition even if there are only 3 of them, but they shouldn't move too close to the castle here, then they risk being overrun here. Another castle, right on the stone here as well. Fishcakes wants to mine stone as well, maybe for a castle mainly for map control here. 147 to 114 villagers, so solid lead. Absolutely, Luxman going for camels and siege here, which makes sense against what's on the field, although the camels will struggle against essentially against both Magudai and Ethiopians archers, to be honest. But maybe the Ethiopians wants to do something completely different here, go just full Shotel radio, spreading out the knights here as well, so in making economy really inefficient here. If you see the worker efficiency last minute here, you see Luxman with slightly below 50% here, so lots of idle economy. And these 2 castles in the middle make it so easy to push later on as well, for whatever happens in the Imperial Age. Maybe they should be thinking of the transition soon. We're not going to see Imperial Age for fish crates anytime soon, unless it's good or somewhere. Quite uneven eco balance here with 2,400 gold in the bank. Could almost buy Imperial Age here with these kinds of resources, but they haven't. But they've barely been using the market. They haven't been using the market at all, actually. Fish cakes and fish crates. Ethiopian's castle, they're doing a good job at denying expansion here for green and yellow. There's barely any passage here due to the presence over here as well. Castle here maybe, or here or something, and you really neglect expansion. And then eventually Lord of Swords and Luxman for Ninja Warriors are going to be starved of crucial resources like gold and such. Alright, you see a converted Magada here. Did get one. Nope, didn't get any. Alright, so maybe military count is comparable here, but Ninja Warriors, they're down 50 villagers. Trying for a defensive castle now. And yeah, they're kind of dependent upon an earlier Imperial Age here to start contesting the castles around here if they're going to expand and get back into the game. And that's easier said than done with the Magada numbers rising and Ethiopians on triple range crossbow production as well. Shotel Warriors trade. They have 16 attack, they have lousy HP, but even without any infantry upgrades, only the first defense, they can really snipe villagers quickly. So interesting little addition by Fishcakes here to raid away and get some kills on the enemy economy. 31 and 34 villagers killed, that's pretty huge for Kingfish. And there's the Imperial Age for the Mongols. I unlocks the potential for drill siege units as well, drill siege ram, and all that jazz, but they're losing too much. Ninja Warriors struggling to keep making military, and Kingfish, well, deservedly takes the win. They arguably had a better spot to the left-hand side here, or they just expanded better and neglected the expansion. Good map reading, I guess. While Ninja Warriors, they honestly overcommitted to water and didn't make enough of it either. They took way too long to kill fish crates, fish on the other side. See some fun stats here, crossbows and knights, then players making the most army. And then floating resources, so usually at the end of the game, that's where that number is high. And work efficiency, an interesting one as well. Let's look at the stats and move on to the next game. You can even see a graph here before the TC, the progression of armies. Lord of Swords with lots of army here, is right? But that's mostly naval armies in the early game, and then evening it out eventually on land, going for the knights. They both went for the knights, which is also easily countered if the other team goes into camels or pikes, right? So stronger resource collection overall for Kingfish, who take the first game by the way. Let's report that one. And yeah, smooth wrap times and everything as well. Stone collected. Yeah, lots of stone for both of them. They could make more castles eventually. And let's see the APM chart, just for fun. Fish crates with some ridiculous spikes here. Probably a micro nerd of a player, at least judging from this peaking at 230 somehow. However that happened. Right. I'm gonna pull up the game number 2. And number 2 is Bedouins. That would be the home map, or the map choice by Ninja Warriors. Reverse Civ, so according to the rules, they have to reverse Civs now, so no Civ pick for Bedouins, no Indians to be seen here, which makes Bedouins a good pick for Ninja Warriors as well. Because that means that Kingfish can't pick Bedouins and Indians as the last game. So Bedouins it is. Second game in this best of 3. Whoever, if Ninja Warriors win this as well, they will advance to the next round. But if Kingfish win, then we'll go to a game 3 where the players get to pick civilization and do their thing. I already love Lord of Swords' position here with the Mongols. He has a TC on a whooping 3 ponds with shorefish here. This is essentially 4,000 food right here, and it collects faster as well, being shorefish 10%. No, shorefish collects. It's the second fastest food source in the game, as Mongols collect hunt 40% faster. That's the fastest, and then there's the shorefish. Alright, so fish cakes up here with the Spanish. Stone quite close to the TC, that's nice. Can get some castles up and go for the conquistadors on this open-ish land map. Ethiopians for Luxman. And oh, this is confusing, these colors. I have to switch these colors. If I can. Let's see. There we go. Oh. What's this gonna be? We need red and I guess it's red and yellow then. 2, 4. Yeah, there we go. to get the team colors, so I know which player I'm talking about. Yeah, the thing here is... Oh, fuck it, let's do the same colors we had the previous game. That's easier. Stop messing with the colors, guys. Come on. Yes, alright. So we see Luxman on one side, Lord of Swords on the other. They are really far apart, which makes it especially awkward for the Ethiopians, who has essentially less mobility overall. While fish cakes and fish crates, they're kind of more in the middle here. Could be a good thing for map expansion and overall control. Bulgarians, DC's town centers only cost 50 stone, so they have an easier way to approach, assume presence on the map with town centers as well. But now, let's speed it up, because it's not being too eventful on Nomad start maps. See here actually that, yeah, they're getting an idea of enemy positioning here. Actually, for some reason, Ninja Warriors haven't found either of their enemies yet. At least not according to scouting, but they may have an impression seeing buildings going up and houses. There we go, there's the flare. Fish Cakes has found Luxman's location. On this map they start with a horse as well, so they get to scout the map more efficiently than on most other Nomad maps. Kingfish off to a better start here, less idle town center time, or simply getting TCs up earlier, because they definitely have a villager lead. 4 villagers lead now. Fuel age on the way for some of the players here. Ethiopians going up at 20 pop here, but going to gold, so it's going to be the archers. And gonna hit fish crates here, maybe. Yeah, they know the CC is there, so that's already kind of useful. While I'm gonna slow it down a bit, by the way, but coming up next is there's the barracks for Mongols as well. Mongols very likely going for the scouts here, being the Mongols and their smooth uptime. And Spanish, not too sure about Spanish. We might want to consider going fast castle and get to the castle and pump out some conquistadors, but that could easily be punished by a scout's play on land as well, if you don't get to wall off properly. And this isn't walled by any means yet. The Mongols player dropping the stable now has the best chance of a full wall here to secure the economy, but that's also kind of neglects your expansion, so it's not necessarily going to be too easy. Blacksmith and stable here for fish cakes could mean some early upgrades here, like attack or defense, or even bloodlines here, or just generally preparing for a quicker and smoother next age here. So the worker efficiency is very low for fish crates right now. I guess there's some place. Yeah, that's because these guys are idling out. So the idle eco, I think that's the overall idle eco time behind here, and it shows the last minute of worker efficiency. Fish crates on the move here, sees the Mongols are stable. Will not be able to hit the gold, and that gold investment is also an indication that Lord of Swords wants to go for fewer scouts and a quicker castle age, and then go into maybe cavalry archers actually for the Mongols here. Because if you don't have a lot of stone access here, 2 stone piles, but Mongols cavalry archers, they fire 20% faster as well, so they are a good intermediary unit before you go into the Mangudai eventually. Luxman getting some damage done here is idling the wood line of fish crates. So difference between Bedouins and African clearing in the that's been in the ranked map pool of Definitive Edition is that there are more shorefish and there are small woodlines around the pond, so it's you don't have to venture to the edge of the map for consistent wood access, not immediately. So it makes it like kind of a different map, but the same kind of place would usually work. Like you'll see quite a bit of scouts. And there's the cast stage for fish cakes. Actually only made one scout, I think, or very few, and now heavily on stone here. 410 stone. So no castle straight away there, but yeah, you could easily punish either of the players with the castle up here. In my opinion, you want to hit the Mongols, actually, but that's also further away for fish cakes, sorry. So maybe it's better to deny the one and only gold of Luxman here with the castle around this spot. Or Fishcake may choose to assume some map control in the north instead. Nah, it's going for the drop. It's going to drop the castle. Surely it's going to go here somewhere. Fishcrate's going to stone as well. Looks like they want to play it kind of like the previous Nomad game where they dropped one castle after the other to assume some overall control over the map. Okay, so moving out quite early here. Probably doesn't have a stone for a castle yet. Oh, he has the stone for a castle. So where is that castle going to be? They see the gold here. It has to go here. Actually, if you even had built it here, you'd cover that stone as well, but... Okay, it goes on the production, it goes on the barracks, but why not here? It's more directly denying the whole gold. I don't understand. Luxman has the archers here, could actually deny this. But Fishcakes has added a knight from the stable as well, and looks like Luxman doesn't Luxman see it? Is that it? Now he sees it. It's just not freaking out. Excellent way of pressuring the one of the players here, the Ethiopians, is all alone though, so with this pressure you're also freeing up the boom of the Mongols on the other side, which will be scary if they are left alone for too long. And this castle also, it doesn't really deny this gold. Maybe with Bodkin you reach some of the builders, but that's why I thought it should be closer. Because it's hard to stop Spanish builders building faster anyway. So you might as well just take that one. Okay, a TC for fish crates as well, on the stone here. No conquistadors queued just yet. We have Castle Age on the way for the Ethiopians as well, and a decent chunk of archers to become crossbows here. But what if you kill... Yeah, I guess you can't kill both rangers with the castle here, so Luxman should be able to get the crossbow here. You can't easily engage here though. Now Fishcakes can just pull back here at any time and lure the archers into castle fire as needed. Third TC for the Mongols, no TC on the stone, surprisingly, not here, not collecting stone at all. So, I'm not sure what the plan is here, going for the knights. Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. Fish crates aggression on this side doesn't quite work out. And Luxman isn't under serious pressure right now, but his expansion to the northeast has been severely limited, of course. Conquistadors in the queue, that's a nasty raiding unit for Nomad, and knights aren't going to help your case against conquistadors because the conquistadors can just hit and run indefinitely. Yeah, Conquest numbers increasing here. Ninja warriors struggling slightly in the economy department again, even with 3 town centers for the Mongols here. It looks like only one of the town centers is queuing villagers. Currently, none of them, in fact. So if I'm correct, the gray number here means that you're trading villagers. So it means that... Oh wait, that doesn't compute. So Luxman tries for another TC on the woodland here to have a point of refuge against the conquistadors here, but this is some good pressure being applied by fish cakes here, a tower on this side as well, and really just making expansion horrible. 3 town centers total as well. But this is gonna at least provide a point of defense, so you can garrison villagers to, and maybe deal some sneaky damage to the conquistador as well. But there's a kill. 5 villagers down for Luxman, while on the left hand side, Fish Crates is trying for some knights raids again with the Bulgarians here. What's the stone situation like though? We could take some amazing map control with Bulgarians' castles or creposts, right? So I think Fish Crates should be pressuring the Mongols here. Deny this gold, for example. There aren't a lot of golds for Mongols to obtain here. In fact, this is the only gold. Yeah, they really need to pressure this gold of the Mongols. Crepost or castle here, and this gold is off limits, and then Lord of Swords will have to relocate and find gold somewhere else, and that's further out. Yeah, Conquistadors idling a lot of economy here. Luxman simply decides to relocate and will be dropping building down here instead, but lots of, let's see, the idle gathering time. Worker efficiency is last minutes. They're not really bringing in resources because they are walking. And yeah, definitely some solid pressure being applied by Kingfish here, but they're all over the place. Not that when you have multiple TCs, the idle TC time is in a way less significant. They all have lots of idle TC times though, but this walking distance to relocate for green is also not helping helping their case. It's not been discovered yet, but you have the mobility on the conquistadors here. See, they have 16 attack and 6 range. Pretty nasty raiding unit to take out villagers and whatnot. Luxman with a decent ball of crossbows here, and Lord of Swords also with quite a few knights and camels here. So they're hitting fish crates now, taking out that mangonel. And they're actually massively dominating in the military department, at least right now. But they have been idle a lot. They're down almost 30 villagers. And with these raids kind of evening it out a bit, we have the Bulgarians losing 11 villagers total here now, but they still have a good villagers lead here. 9 conquistadors total. This should never engage here. That's just too few. That's just 3 kills for Luxman here. I guess part of the idea by taking some presence in the south here for Luxman is also to think about long-term trade route towards the other side. Fish crates has been is here with the crepost, but again, not denying the gold here. That's literally the only gold that Red has access to, and I think fish crates should even know that through the scouting here that this is the only gold. Why not crepost there? Probably because of army numbers in the area and everything, but still. Kind of frustrating. $37 military to 11 here. Kingfish are just relying on sustaining their economy for the long run here now, and yeah, they just need to survive and keep their eco lead, and then they'll mass up on units eventually. Another castle here for fish cakes that also protecting quite a bit of the economy of the fish crates here. It's chasing with too few. I don't know if it's just to buy time or to lure them towards the castle, what's going on, but that seems just like wasting units to me. More stables for the Mongols. Again, if you deny this goal of the Mongols, then good luck, Mongols, on program producing units long term here. And scouts have found the relocation of Luxman here as well, so that's good map awareness of fish crates now. They basically have yeah, the whole map scouted here. Ninja Warriors kind of catching up in villager numbers here as well. I was gonna say, such a peaceful game right now, but Lord of Wars is raiding like a madman on Fishcake's economy here, and did take out the TC as well, took him off gold in this area as well. But behind this we have the Spanish going up to the Imperial Age, and that should unlock... I'm not really sure what the plan is. Cavalier maybe, Trebs to start pushing Luxman completely off the map here. We'll see what... Fishcake's Imperial Age transition is gonna bring. Guess that's idle villagers numbers for yep. Gray number is idle villagers. That's good to know. TC goes up for Fishcake's Kingfish are down in scoring now, but they also have one player up, as said, and now Ninja Warriors are establishing an equal lead here with mainly Lord of Wars, of course, with the Mongols having an almost free boom here, but still not making any Mangudai, just committing to knights and camels here, and thinks he doesn't need siege to take out buildings. Another grab post for fish crates, nice way to take map control for the red player, and also a TC down in the south on the gold on the wood line. There's the Imperial Age. At this point, fish crates with the numbers of cripples he actually has should not be making knights anymore, just make conics. They are better, they have 2 lives after all, so the conics are solid. Kingfish for military, 36, 37 for Ninja Warriors. It's looking good for Ninja Warriors right now. They're with consistent numbers here, and maybe this is a castle of some sorts, yeah. In the middle of nowhere here, but also in the middle, so providing a point of interest for withdrawal from fights, of course, but ideally I think you'd want castles to cover resources like gold and wood and stuff like that over here. So what's up over here? We have conics out, so I said that now at this point with all these grapples you could start making conics, and that's exactly what Fish Crates is doing. You'd think you heard me, but this is a recorded game. Cast the Imperial Age for Lord of Swords as well. The scores are switching back and forth here, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 town centers for Lord of Swords, and the villager micro here. Now you need to see that APM chart actually. Fish Crates is massively lots of stuff going on, you know, with game effective APM at 109 or something. It's military game effective. If it counts villagers as military, that's probably... No, wait, that's Fish Crates. So some micro conics everywhere here then. Looking at these APM stats. So, good rates. Ninja Warriors still committing to knights. The castle is up, but no Mangudai production. So we're not going to see mass Mangudai anytime soon. Let's see the resources here as well, going into the Imperial Age. Wood, gold. Could be the drill siege on the menu for Lord of Swords here. We'll see. And there's that next stage. Fish Cakes with another castle over here, just to take Luxman completely off the woodland in this area, and again force 31 villagers into the Great Migration here. Luxman isn't really... He has 8 crossbows, that's about it. as the Mongols player is dropping another castle here. But his teammate isn't really in a good spot to pressure together with Lord of Swords here. Heavy Camel even. While with 21 knights and 1 camel on the field, Heavy Camel is the priority here. That is kind of fascinating. Yes, it's a response to the Iconics, but I feel like Cavalier would do better here because Fish Crates is still in the cast stage and with cast stage upgrades. Good engagement, so the Iconics go down here, but the Conquistadors numbers are increasing. Producing from 3 castles soon to be 4. Looks like full-on Conquistador from Fish Cakes here. But get that siege out as well, get some trebs out or something to start pushing here, maybe. Yeah, there it is. I think the main issue for the Ninja Warriors here is that there's only one player able to provide military, and is also making a switch here into Heavy Camel. Which makes sense against all on cavalry here, but there are conquistadors, maybe even elite conquistadors at some point, and they can hit and run against the camels because they have low pierce armor. Fish Crates with a TC here. 3 tiles away from the gold, so that's going to be very efficient. And Builders being focused down again here. 24 idols for Luxman now. Pikemen to this side, a couple of barracks here. Just being plain annoying on Lord of Swords side, who isn't really allowed to push it. Getting that last attack upgrade for the cavalry line units. Why not Mangodino? Why not 2 castles? Why not try to mass up the most ridiculous unit that Mongols have? There's wood, gold is maybe an issue, could be an issue. But Lord of Swords has Trebs out as well, or Treb at least, and pushing here. So, okay. Looking at the stats here, Kingfish, yeah, they established a numbers lead here, which is 66 conquistadors made, in fact, throughout the game. But I think the biggest issue here is the fact that they denied Ethiopians completely out of the game. To be honest, if the Mongols player had made perfect use of the free-ish boom here, not being contested as heavily, we could have seen mass Mangodai and also the Imperial Age drill siege from the Mongols here, siege rams and everything, and then you'll force Kingfish to react here, and yeah, I think this is a game where Mongols, if they have the gold and the resource for it, could actually carry this 1 versus 2. But yeah, easy said when spectating from a neutral point of view. Let's have a look at the stats here. Split into separate graphs can be interesting as well. We see some army here for the Ethiopians, right? Crossbows, archers, that kind of stuff, but then getting really completely cleaned out in the end. $93.73 KD for Fish Cakes here. Pretty solid. 20 buildings raised, didn't lose a single one. Mongols with the best eco, but only slightly over the Spanish here. And then there's the uptides. Faster cast age may have played the role here as well to really pressure. Can you do TGG? TDG versus Death in Fire next. Yeah. We'll take that one.